السلام عليكم. مساء الخير جميعا. How are you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Can you hear me? Can you hear me very well? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you, yeah.
Okay, excellent. Excellent. Today we are going to talk about gender inequality. Gender inequality. Okay, I think this topic is one of the highly, debated or heated or, highly debated topics. Okay, gender inequality. Do you know what does it mean? Do you know what does this topic mean? Gender inequality. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, عدم المساواة بين الجنسين. Yes, that's right. That's right. Okay. We'll start our lesson by listening to an audio, then we will read together, then we'll discuss the meaning of a new vocabulary. After that, we will do some exercises, then we will have a discussion about gender inequality. Today, we are going to have foreign students attending our class, okay, and one of them will talk about the gender inequality in her country. Okay, so I'm going to play the audio now. I want you to listen carefully.
Gender inequality. Leveling the playing field.
Is it clear? Is the voice clear? Ladies and gentlemen, is it clear?
Gender equality in the workplace has come a...
Okay, I'm going to play it again from the beginning.
Gender inequality. Leveling the playing field. Gender equality in the workplace has come a long way in developed nations. This is largely due to equal access to education. On average, women in developed nations are at least as educated as men. In the US, women can expect to earn about 80% of their male counterparts' salaries. While much progress has been made, this is far from a level playing field. And in developing nations, where 2/3 of illiterate people are female, the gender gap is much wider. There are several factors that hold women back in the workplace. Throughout the world, women are still expected to be the primary care to 18. Long-held stereotypes about gender roles
Can you hear me? Hello? Is my voice clear? Okay, I'm going to play the audio again. I'm sorry, there was a problem. Sorry.
Gender inequality.
Is the audio clear now? Is the audio clear?
Leveling the playing field. Gender equality in the workplace has come a long way in developed nations. This is largely due to equal access to education. On average, women in developed nations are at least as educated as men. In the US, women can expect to earn about 80% of their male counterparts' salaries. While much progress has been made, this is far from a level playing field. And in developing nations, where 2/3 of illiterate people are female, the gender gap is much wider. There are several factors that hold women back in the workplace. Throughout the world, women are still expected to be the primary caregivers of their children. Some women accept lower pay in exchange for family-friendly hours, flex time, or benefits. Responsibilities at home may prevent women from seeking higher-paying jobs or promotions that require business travel. In some cultures, women are expected to marry by a certain age. Focusing on family before job training makes it difficult for women to achieve equality in the workplace. In Ethiopia, women have achieved greater success in the workplace since the minimum age of marriage was moved from 15 to 18. Long-held stereotypes about gender roles keep many women out of certain industries and professions, for example, computer programming or construction. While women in the US hold about 80% of the jobs in the health industry, males are much more likely to hold the high-paying positions. Men are more often surgeons and specialists, while the majority of nurses are female. Gender discrimination laws have been introduced in many parts of the world, but are not always implemented. How can a woman prove that she missed out on an employment opportunity because of her gender? To bring attention to gender inequality, the UN has declared October 13th as International Day of the Girl. Emma Watson, the UN's Women Goodwill Ambassador, thinks men, especially fathers, need to be more involved in the conversation. After all, gender inequality is not only hard on women, it affects families and entire nations. In developing nations, addressing gender inequality in education must take priority. A nation's GDP is directly associated with the education of its girls. Each additional year of education can increase a woman's future income by 10%. An educated mother is more likely to raise a healthy daughter who will go to school, get a job, and marry later in life.
Okay, shall I play it again, or that's it? That's enough. Shall I play it again, or is it enough? Ladies and gentlemen, okay. So we are going to read now. Okay, who's going to read? I need new volunteers to read the paragraph. If you would like to read, please raise your hand. Please raise your hand if you would like to read. Okay, let's go to Flary. Our friend Flary is going to read part 1.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear Flary, ladies and gentlemen?
Hi, everyone. Yes, I see. Hi. Okay, so shall I start?
Yes, please.
Okay, first paragraph. Gender equality in the workplace has come a long way in developed nations. This is largely due to equal access to education. On average, women in developed nations are at least as educated as men. In the US, women can expect to earn about 80% of their male counterparts' salaries. While much progress has been made, this is far from a level playing field. And in the developing nations, where 2/3 of illiterate people are female, the gender gap is much wider. There are several factors that hold women back in the workplace.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much, Fleury.
No problem.
Who's going to read the paragraph again? Okay, Hiba.
Yes.
Yes,
Hi.
Hiba. Hi.
Gender equality in the workplace has come a long way in developing nations. This is largely due to equal access to education. On average, women in developing nations are at least as educated as men. In the USA, women can expect to earn about 80% of their male contributes salaries. While much progress has been made, this is
Their
far
male
from
counterparts. Their male counterparts
salaries. While much progress has been made, this is far from a level playing field. And in developing nations, where 2/3 of illiterate people are female, the gender gap is much wider. There are several factors that hold women back in the workplace.
Excellent, Hiba. Now, Mona is going to read the second part. Mona, are you ready? Mona?
Hello?
Hello,
Hello?
Mona.
Yes. Throughout the world, women are still expected to be the primary caregivers of their children. Some women accept lower pay in exchange for family-friendly hours, flex time, or benefits. Responsibilities at home may prevent women from seeking higher
focusing on family before job trainings. Sorry. Responsibilities at home may prevent women from seeking higher paying jobs or promotions.
Okay. Or promotion that require business travel. In some cultures,
that require business travel.
Business travel. Yes. In some cultures, women are expected to marry by certain age. Focusing on family before job training makes it difficult for women to achieve.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Okay, so women are expected to marry by a certain age. Focusing on family before job training makes it difficult for women to achieve equality in the workplace. In Ethiopia, women have achieved greater success in the workplace since the minimum age of marriage was moved from 15 to 18. Okay, excellent. Who's going to read the second part again? Ahud, you are going to read the second part again. Ahud, can you hear me?
Hello.
You have there is a connection problem on your side. Your voice is not clear. Okay, I'm going to Noof. Hello. Okay, Noof is going to read again the second part. Yes, Noof.
Yes. Throughout the world, women are still expected to be the primary caregivers of their children. Some women accept lower pay in exchange for family-friendly hours, flex time, or benefits. Responsibilities at home may prevent women from seeking higher-paying jobs or promotions that require business travel. In some cultures, women are expected to marry by a certain age, focusing on family before job training makes it difficult for women to achieve equality in the workplace. In Ethiopia, women have achieved greater success in the workplace since the minimum age of marriage was moved from 15 to 18.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, now we'll read the third part. Okay, who's going to read the third part? Who's going to read the third part? Okay, Amal. Amal is going to read the third part.
Long-held stereotypes about gender roles keep many women out of certain industries and professions, e.g. computer programming or construction, while women in the US hold about 80% of the job in the health industry. Males are much more likely to hold the high-paying position. Men are more often surgeons and specialists, while the majority of nurses are female. Gender discrimination laws have been introduced in many parts of the world, but are not always implemented. How can a woman implemented? How can a woman prove that she missed out on the employment opportunities because of her gender?
Employment opportunity.
Opportunity because of her gender.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you, Amal. Okay, who's going to read this third part again? Zahra. Zahra, you are going to read Ad-Deep. Zahra Ad-Deep. Okay, Zahra, are you ready? Zahra? Zahra, you have a microphone problem. Who's going to read the next part? Who's going to read the third part again? Ladies and gentlemen, can you hear me? No one is interested to read? Okay, let's go to Sukaina. Sukaina, please read the third part again.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, please.
Long-held stereotypes about gender roles keep many women out of creating industries and professions, computer programming or construction, while women in the US hold about 18 of
Okay, while women in the US hold about 80% of the jobs.
Completely.
Okay, while women in the US hold about 80% of the jobs.
Percent of the job in the health and tester and
in the health industry.
Males are much more likely to hold the high paying posting. Men are more often surgeons and specialties, while the major of nurses
Okay,
are female.
Men are more often surgeons and specialists, while the majority of nurses are female.
Specialties, while the manager of nurses are female. Gender
discrimination.
Gender discrimination law have been
No, gender discrimination laws have been introduced.
Have been introduced in many parts of the world, but are not allies.
But not always. Are not always implemented.
But are not always implemented. How can a woman prove that she missed out on
unemployment?
She missed out on an employment
opportunity.
Employment opportunity
because of her gender.
Because of her gender.
Okay, thank you. 1 second,
Welcome.
please. Okay, 1 second. Okay, 1 second. I will be back in 1 minute. I'll be back in 1 minute. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, now let's read this fourth part. Okay, who's going to read the fourth part? Okay, Zahra, Rajih. Okay, Zahra.
Yes.
Yes, continue, please.
To bring
attention.
To bring attention to gender.
To gender inequality.
To gender inequality, the UNA has declared October 13 declare October 13 is International Day of the Girl. Amy Watson, the UN's Women Goodwill Ambassador, thanks men, especially the fathers, need to be more involved in the conversation. After all, gender inequality is not only hard on women, it affects families and internationals.
Okay, it affects families and entire nations. It affects families and entire nations. Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Khulud, would you like to read? Khudair, would you like to read? Khulud, can you hear me? Open the microphone from your side.
Yes.
Yes, Khulud.
I can hear you, yes.
Yes. Read part number 5.
5. In developing nation, addressing gender inequality in education must take priority. A nation GDP is directly
in developing nations, addressing gender inequality in education must take priority.
Yeah. Okay. I can to read, yes. Okay. A nation GDP is directly associated with the education of its girls. Each education year of education each additional year of education can increase women's future income by 10%. As
an educated mother
educated mother is more likely to raise a healthy daughter who will go to school, get a job, and marry later in life.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Welcome.
Now let's discuss the meaning of the new words. Okay, gender inequality. We said gender equality means المساواة بين الجنسين in the workplace has come a long way in developed nations. Okay, بما معناه أن هناك مساواة بين الجنسين في بيئة العمل. This is largely due to equal access. Okay, هذا بسبب أن هناك هناك الجنسين بسبب أن الجنسين يحصلون على حقهم في التعليم. Okay, equal access to education. On average, women in developed countries, النساء في دول العالم الأول, developed nations, are at least as educated as men. Okay, النساء متعلمين. Okay, يحصلون على حقهم في التعليم مثل الرجال. Okay, بشكل متساوي. In the US, women can expect to earn about 80%. لاحظ أنت متوقع النساء في أمريكا متوقع أنهم إيش يكسبون أو يحصلون على رواتب 8% من رواتب 80% زين مما يحصلون عليه الرجال من رواتب. يعني إذا الرجال يحصلون على راتب $10,000، النساء يحصلون على 8,000. لاحظوا أن الجاب صغير، الفجوة بين الرجال والنساء في المرتب is very small. Okay, the gap is very small. Okay, while much progress has been made, this is far from a level playing field. A level playing field. Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea what does this word mean? What does it mean? Okay, a level playing field. Any idea? Ladies and gentlemen, any idea? When we say this is far from a level playing field, اللي هو الفرص المتكافئة. Okay, الفرص المتكافئة. In developing nations, where are 2/3, okay, ثلثين من 2/3 of illiterate people. Illiterate people هم illiterate الأميين. Illiterate people are female. ثلثين من الناس في دول العالم الثالث هم ثلثين من الأميين هم نساء أو بنات غير متعلمين. Okay, the gender gap is much wider. Okay, الفجوة بين الجنسين في دول العالم الثالث كبيرة جدا. there are several factors that hold women back in the workplace. هناك عوامل كثيرة يعني جعلت من المرأة متأخرة، خلت المرأة متأخرة أو جعلتها متأخرة في بيئة العمل. Okay, throughout the world, women are still expected to be the primary caregivers. متوقع من النساء okay, بشكل طبيعي حول العالم، متوقع من النساء أن هم يكونوا هم من يقوم مقدمين الرعاية بشكل أساسي للأطفال. Okay, the primary caregivers. Some women accept lower pay. بعض النساء يقبلون برواتب أو بأجور قليلة مقابل الحصول على ساعات مرنة أو ساعات خاص ساعات مرنة أو ساعات عائلية. أوكي، حتى تخرج من العمل مبكرا لتقوم برعاية أطفالها. Okay, responsibilities at home. Okay, المسؤوليات في البيت may prevent women from seeking higher paying jobs or promotions. المسؤوليات اللي في البيت هي تمنع النساء من اللي هو التقدم لوظائف عالية الأجور أو الحصول على ترقيات okay that require business travel. لاحظ ترقية زين، المرأة تمتنع عن التقدم للترقية أو وظائف متقدمة أو بعروض مميزة أوكي بسبب أنها تتطلب التنقل business travel. Okay. In some cultures, women are expected to marry by certain age. Okay. في بعض الثقافات في بعض الدول متوقع من المرأة أنها تتزوج عند عمر معين. For example, in Saudi Arabia, what is the expected age of marriage for women? Do you have any idea? What is the 18, 24, 25? Okay. What about in Belarus, Larry? What is the natural age of marriage for women in Belarus? Or what is the expected? Or what's the normal age of marriage? Okay. Focusing on family before job training makes it difficult for women to achieve equality. To achieve equality in the workplace. Okay. In Ethiopia, women have achieved greater success. Okay. النساء في دولة أثيوبيا حققوا نجاح كبير. Okay. Since the minimum age of marriage, okay, was moved. Okay. تغير سن الحد الأدنى للزواج في أثيوبيا تغير من عمر 15 إلى 18 سنة. Long-held stereotypes. Okay. Do you have any idea what does stereotype mean? Stereotype, what does it mean? Stereotype. What does a stereotype mean, ladies? Okay, yes. الفكرة المعينة, common thought, yes. اللي هي الصور النمطية الراسخة. What is that? Long-held stereotypes about gender roles. Okay. يعني الصور الذهنية الراسخة مثلا في مجتمعنا السعودي إن women are expected to stay at home. Women are expected to look after their children. Women are expected to raise their kids. Okay, women, they are not supposed to go to work. They are not supposed to continue their higher studies. Okay, these are long-held stereotypes about gender roles. Keep women out of certain industries and professions. I remember maybe 10, 15, or 20 years ago, you know, it was bad for women to work. Okay, it was bad for women to work in the hospital. Working in hospital was not accepted for women in Saudi Arabia, but nowadays it is commonly accepted. It's accepted between families. Okay. before I remember engineering studies were not women were not allowed to study engineering, but nowadays we can see a lot of female engineers in Saudi Arabia. Yes, in Belarus, it was okay. In Belarus, where female or women were not allowed or were not accepted to work as a taxi drivers. But nowadays, we can see a lot of female taxi drivers in Belarus. Am I right, Filari? We want to hear from you after this. Okay. Let me finish translating the meanings of the new words. Then I will give you the microphone to share with us about women inequality or gender inequality in your country. Yes, now women can work or can be a lawyer. Yes, that's right. And also we would like to hear from our friend Aryan from Kurdistan. She will tell us about the gender inequality in Kurdistan. Okay? Okay, so computer programming or construction. While women in the US hold about 80% of the jobs in the health industry, لاحظ 80% من وظائف في قطاع الصحة اوكي بقبضة النساء. Males are much more likely to hold higher paying position. اوكي رجال يتقلدون او لديهم الوظائف اللي هي اجورها عالية, high paying positions. Men are more often surgeons. الرجال هم زين بالعادة هم جراحين أو أخصائيين في المستشفيات. While the majority of nurses, okay, الأغلبية من الممرضين أو الممرضات هم نساء. Gender discrimination, التمييز بين الجنس أو التمييز الجنسي. Laws, قوانين تمييز تم طرحها أو تم تشريعها في أجزاء كثيرة حول العالم. اوكي بس مو شرط انها تكون مطبقة. okay, not always implemented. How can a woman prove that she missed out on employment opportunity because of her gender? okay, كيف ممكن لسيدة انها تثبت انها خسرت خسرت فرصة التوظيف بسبب جنسها. okay, to bring more attention to gender inequality, حتى نلفت الانتباه بخصوص عدم المساواة بين الجنسين, the UN اللي هي United Nation, منظمة United Nation, اوكي اعلنت يوم 13 اكتوبر يوم العالمي اوكي للبنت. إيما واتسون, the UN Women Goodwill Ambassador, سفيرة اللي هو النوايا الحسنة, thanks men, especially fathers, تعتقد أن الرجال بالخصوص الآباء need to be more involved. okay, الرجال بالخصوص الآباء لابد أنهم يكونون involved in the conversation. لابد أنهم يتحدثون مع بناتهم بخصوص هذا الموضوع. After all, gender inequality is not only hard on women. ليس فقط اللي هو صعب على المرأة, إنما يؤثر عدم المساواة بين الجنسين يؤثر على الأسر ويؤثر على جميع الدول, entire nations. In developing nations, addressing gender inequality in education must take priority. okay, and addressing اللي هو مناقشة قضية عدم المساواة بين الجنسين في التعليم لابد ياخذ أهمية أو أولوية. اوكي لأن الناتج المحلي لأي دولة يعتمد أو يرتبط مباشرة على تعليم النساء. Each additional year of education can increase a woman's future income. okay, كل سنة تعليمية تساهم في ازدياد دخل المرأة ب10%. Okay, an educated mother is more likely to raise a healthy daughter. Okay, المرأة المتعلمة أو الأم المتعلمة okay محتمل إنها تربي بنت okay صحية تذهب إلى المدرسة، تحصل على الوظيفة، تتزوج في المستقبل. Okay, who will go to school and get a job and marry later in life. Okay, now I would like to open the mic for our friend Fleury, okay, to talk to us about women jobs in uncommon jobs for women in Belarus. Yes, Fleury?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, again, hi everyone. As my friend said, I'm from Belarus, and probably maybe some of you know that I live in Orthodox country. Do you understand what does it mean, Orthodox country?
Christian country.
Christian, yeah, you're right. So that is why we don't have such like inequality between men and women from very young childhood. We, how to say, we raise like equal people. So we get education, we study in classes where we are studying together. So boys and girls, we are studying together. And that is why I can't say that in our country we have such a big inequality. We don't have. I think that women and men, they both have rights, and they can choose wherever, how to say, profession they want, and they can even study. And but we have, I would like to say that we have some professions that are only for the men.
Like so, what?
For example, when this profession needs special physical training. For example, you know that in our country is quite military. So we have a lot of military factories. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes. Military factories اللي هو مصانع الأسلحة. Okay.
Yeah.
Factories where you know machine guns are made, or you know, tanks, military tanks are made.
Yeah, that is why, for example, in these military factories, only men, for example, they can take such a position, they can get such job because they need physical strength. And also, as I told you, that probably 10 years ago, I didn't see women taxi drivers. Like, if a woman can be a taxi driver. So, but today, living in this year, so I see almost half of the from this number. So we have women taxi drivers. So you see that through the time, I think something we see these changes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Larry.
Okay.
Okay, Ariane, can you hear me?
Maybe. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. We would like to hear from you. Okay. We'd like you to talk about gender inequality in your country, Kurdistan.
Yes, firstly, hi everyone. But I was not in Kurdistan. I'm from Turkey, but I'm Kurdish. I live in Turkey, but our Kurdish and Turkish culture is same. Our law is same because we are living in Turkey. And I can tell them before 20 years or over 20 years is not same nowadays in the Turkey as like you say that. And you couldn't see women all on the old jobs, but in the 10 days, everything is changed. In the 10 years, everything is changed. Everything was changed in the 10 years. Now, if women want to make which profession in their life, they can be that. They can do that. Everybody is free in the Turkey. If you wish, you can make everything. Soldiers and driver for all machine. If you wish, you can be everything. But I have been living in Europe for 4 years in Finland. I can tell you the Finland is women country. Finland of women country. When you go everywhere, hospital, tram driver, and a train driver, and airplane driver, all of them is women, and you can see
So
that.
women are much better than men in your country.
Yes, in the Finland, especially in the Finland, in
Finland.
Europe. Yes, in Finland now, because I am living in Finland, I can tell this one. Finland is women country, and all of things the women do that in the hospital, in the everywhere, women working, and you can see that this the all of big truck of driver women in the Finland. Yes, everything is women do that in the Finland, but in the Turkey is little bit different.
Okay,
For example,
Ariana, if you don't mind, okay, we will do the vocabulary exercise. Then we will open the, we will open the floor for the discussion. Okay. I will also allow our students, students from Saudi Arabia, to ask you questions about the life in Finland, if you don't mind.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, now let's do the vocabulary review. Then we will have a discussion about gender inequality or gender equality around the world. Okay, now I want you to find out the meaning of these 10 words. Okay, we need to match them with the definitions on the right. Okay, now I need a volunteer to read number 1 and find the meaning from this list, from the right list. Who's going to read it and find out the meaning? Batul. Batul? Batul? Open the microphone from your side. Yes, Batul?
Hello?
Hello, Batul?
Yes.
Yes, read this word.
Okay.
Batul, read this word. I think, Batul, you have a problem with your microphone. Okay, let's go to another person. Who's going to read this? Batul, you have a connection problem. Okay, who's going to read the word number 1? Who's going to do number 1? Ladies and gentlemen. No one is interested to do this exercise? Okay, let's go to Flary. Flary?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I read firstly the second table?
Yes, no problem. You can read the list from the right side. Okay, no problem.
Okay. So A, an environment that offers equal opportunities for all. So I think it's a level playing field now.
Yes, a level playing field. It's an environment that offers equal opportunity for all. Excellent.
Okay.
Read number B, please.
B, the difference in treatment, pay, etc. between men and women. So gender gap? No?
Yes, gender gap. The difference in treatment, pay between men and women. Excellent. Okay, that's all. Let's go to Amal. Amal, you will read C and D. Amal. Okay, Amal, read C and D and find their meanings. Find the word, the matching words.
A higher paying and or more advanced position at one's workplace. Discrimination.
No, a higher paying or more advanced position at one's workplace. Yes, promotion.
D, unable to read and write, illiterate.
Unable to read and write, it is illiterate, اللي هو الأمي الغير متعلم. Okay, thank you very much, Amal. Okay, who's going to read E and F? E and F. Bushra? Bushra? Please read E and F. Bushra, can you hear me? Open the mic from your side. Okay, you have a problem with the, okay. So who's going to read E and F? Ladies and gentlemen. Are you sleepy? Ladies and gentlemen, you are all encouraged to participate in this activity. Okay, it's very easy. Don't worry, I'm going to help you. Don't be shy. I'm going to help you. Okay, Na'ma, you're going to read E and F and find their matching words.
E, a person holding an equivalent position.
Yeah, and a person holding an equivalent position.
الجواب.
Yes, what is it? Counterpart, right? Counterpart. Yes. Okay, a person holding an equivalent position. الشخص اللي يحمل نفس المنصب أو نفس اوكي أو نفس المكانة هو الcounterpart. نظير، يسمونه نظير. Counterpart نظير. Okay. F.
To follow through with a plan to make something happen. 8.
Yes, to implement, يطبق. Okay, to follow through with a plan or to make something happen means to implement. Okay, excellent, Na'ma. Who's going to do H and I? H and I, ladies and gentlemen. Who's going to do H and I? Okay, Hiba. Okay, Hiba, could you please read?
Yeah, do you hear me now?
Yes.
Unfair treatment reside on equality such as gender or age.
Unfair treatment based on
equality such as gender or age. Discrimination
اللي هو التمييز. Okay, unfair treatment. Yes, excellent.
A long-held belief or opinion about a certain group or thing. A long-held belief and opinion. I think maybe it's level playing field.
No, we have already answered this. Level playing field. Yes. A long-held belief or opinion about a certain group or thing. It's a stereotype. Stereotype.
Okay.
الصور النمطية. Stereotype.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Excellent. Okay, now Jay, who's going to read the last one? Who's going to read the last one? Ladies and gentlemen, who's going to read and answer the last one? Ariana, would you like to read and answer the last one? No one is interested to read the last one? Okay, Foz. Foz? GDP.
Okay.
What is GDP? Yes.
Gross domestic
product.
The value of goods and service.
Okay, gross domestic product, the value of goods and services produced in a country in 1 year. يسمونه الناتج المحلي أو الناتج القومي. The gross domestic product. Okay,
GDP.
Excellent. Yes, GDP. Okay, thank you very much. Now, before we start the discussion, we will do another exercise together. Okay, we'll do another exercise together, okay? Okay, now I need 8 people to read these sentences, okay? Here, the question is, which word from page 1 is described in the sentence? More than one word, more than one option may be possible. Here, okay, and early drivers are often labeled as poor drivers. Okay, Ahud. And early drivers are often labeled as poor drivers. What is this? What do we call this in English? What do we call it? Okay, what do we call this, ladies and gentlemen? What do we call this word? Early drivers are often labeled as poor drivers. We say it's a stereotype, الصور النمطية. Okay, stereotype. We say a stereotype. Okay, elderly drivers are often labeled as poor drivers. Okay, this is a stereotype. Okay, صور نمطية عن الكبار في السن. كنا إن هم لما نشوف اللي هو سواقين كبار في السن عادة نلقبهم بأنهم فقراء، سواقين فقراء, poor drivers. Okay, there is supposed to be at least one woman on the board of directors, but this hasn't happened. This hasn't happened. Okay, there is supposed to be at least one woman on the board of directors, but this hasn't happened. Okay, Hiba. So what is the answer? Not the gender gap, it's called implement. Okay, مفروض ان احنا نطبق اللي هو الجندر equality هنا. اوكي، الجندر equality بحيث نكون هناك سيدة على الأقل في في مجلس اللي هو المجلس أو الجمعية العمومية مثلا board directors. The most important thing right now is to make sure the kids get breakfast. The most important thing, okay? The most important thing right now, okay? الأهم وذو الأولوية العليا. Okay, the most important thing right now is to make sure the kids get breakfast. It is take priority. Okay, we have to give these sentences a matching meaning or a matching words from the list that we studied earlier. Was there an increase in the amount of goods and services produced in your country this year? What do we call the goods and services produced in a country? What do we call it in English? What do we call it in English? The goods and services produced in the country. It's called GDP. Yes, excellent, Amal. GBD. Okay, GDP. Okay, I am a junior advertiser. Okay, but I'm hoping to move up to a senior position. Okay, I'm a junior. أنا توي في بداية مشواري في الإعلان اللي هو في الترويج والإعلانات. I'm hoping to move up to a senior position. Yes, excellent, Amal. It's called a promotion. It's called promotion. إني أترقى إلى منصب أعلى. I have a male colleague who does the same job as I do. I have a male colleague who does the same job as I do. It's called equivalent. Sorry, it's counterpart. Yes, the equivalent, someone who does the equivalent job. It's the counterpart, هو الشخص النظير. The children in this village cannot read and write. The children in this village cannot read and write. Illiterate, yes, Riham, illiterate. Okay, children in this village cannot read and write. 8. My husband earns more than I do, even though we do the same job and have equal experience and expertise. Yes, discrimination or a gender gap. Excellent, Kauthar. It is gender gap or discrimination. Thank you, Kauthar and Aman. Okay, my job earns more than I do, even though we do the same job and have equal experience and expertise. Okay, now it's time to discuss these questions. Okay, we will do this. We will answer these questions not according to American women, okay, to Saudi women or Belarusian women or Turkish women, because we have 3 nationalities in the class. We have students from Saudi Arabia, students from Belarus, and students from Turkey. Okay, in comparison to a male with the same experience and expertise, how much can a Saudi woman expect to earn, or a Turkish woman can expect to earn? What does the reading say about illiteracy rates in developing nations? Okay, we want the answer the question should be like this. What does the reading say about illiteracy rates in Saudi Arabia, in Turkey, or in Belarus? What deal do mothers make with their employers? Do women do any deals with their employers, especially mothers? What change related to gender equality occur in Ethiopia? Why does the reading mention GDP? Okay, I'm going to write you that, don't worry. I'm going to divide you to groups. Okay, I'm going to divide you to 5 groups, and each group will discuss these questions. And also I have additional questions that I want you to discuss together. Okay, do women in your home country earn less than men for doing the same job? If yes, what are these jobs? What are these jobs which have inequality, which has salary inequality between men and women? Do males and females have equal education opportunities in Saudi Arabia or in Belarus or in Turkey? Okay, what about in other parts of the world? How can men benefit from gender equality in the workplace? Okay, you can choose 3 questions. Okay, we have 3 questions. I'm going to write them for you on the chat. We can take these 3 questions and discuss them with our group, or we can discuss these questions, the comprehension questions. Okay, you may say the meaning of GDP again. اللي هو الناتج المحلي, gross domestic product, الناتج المحلي. Okay, so I'm going to divide you into groups. Okay, to 5 groups. Are you ready? I will tell you what question. Okay, what question are we supposed to discuss? Okay, I want you just to discuss these 3 questions. These 3 questions. Okay, these 3 questions. Do women in your home country earn less than men for doing the same job? Do males and females have equal education opportunities where you live? What about in the other parts of the world? How can men benefit from gender equality in the workplace? Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone? Are you ready? You have 10 minutes. 10 minutes only to discuss these questions. Okay? 10 minutes. I'm going to divide you into 5 groups. Okay, you are going to be moved to different groups. Okay? You have 10 minutes. Please, you shouldn't take more than 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I will move you back to the main room. Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Is my voice clear? Is my voice clear? Okay, tamam, tamam. Now, who are the group leaders? Who are the group leaders? I will start with Flary. You are the leader of your group. Okay. You will present the answer of the 3 questions.
So in my group, we discussed these 3 questions, and probably we have the same meaning about these 3 questions. So we see that in time we have a lot of differences. So when we speak about, for example, early, I don't know, 90s. Situations with inequality was absolutely different, and now we see that people think that women and men, they both have rights, they both can have highly paid jobs, they both can have benefits, not only men. And that is why so everything changes, I think. So this is my opinion, like the summary from our discussion.
Okay. Okay. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, do you have any question for Flary? Do you have any question? Would you like to ask something related to her country? Related to the situation, the gender equality situation in her country? Feel free to ask any question related to this topic. Okay, no one has a question. Okay, thank you very much, Flary.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, who's the leader for the next group? Who's the leader for the next group? Rima? Amal. Okay, Amal. Yes, Amal?
Question number 1. Do women in your home country earn less than men for doing the same job? We think yes, they do. Question number 2.
Can you name some of the jobs that women earn less than men for doing the same job?
Maybe the CEO.
CEO positions?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, do males and females have equal education opportunities? Opportunities where do you live? Yes, they have the equal education. And what about in other parts of the world? They don't have the same equal in the other parts of the world. For example, Turkey.
In Turkey, they don't have equal opportunity?
Yes.
Okay.
Number 3, how can men benefit from gender equality in the workplace? Maybe the man wants the better future for their daughter.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
And maybe wants to see value in changing what's it mean to be man.
Okay, great.
And that's all.
Okay, thank you very much. Good answers.
Welcome.
Okay, Rima. Rima is the group leader of her group. Yes, Rima?
Yes.
Yes, please present your questions.
Question number 1. Wait, I don't have the question. Can I read only the answer?
Yes, please.
Okay. Question number 1 about earn. I think no, because there is a gender equality in my country.
There is gender inequality?
Yes.
Okay.
About earn. I'm talking about earn.
About there is inequality in the salary, or there is a gender gap in salaries.
Yes.
Okay.
And question number 2. No, because no, but now there is an improvement in university laws.
Okay.
And question number 3. Wait, I forget what's. How can men benefit from gender equality in the workplace? This same salary, earn the same salary and experience and holidays and activity. Thank you.
Okay. Excellent. Okay, who is the next group leader? Hello? Who's the next group leader? Who's the group leader? Okay, Al-Anud. Okay, let me open the mic for you, Al-Anud. Yes, Al-Anud.
Yes.
Do women in your home country earn less than men for doing the same job? No, it is same. يعني.
Okay.
It is same in income, earn, salary.
Okay.
Okay. Question number 2. Do males and females have equal education opportunities where you live? What about in other parts of the world? Okay.
Okay.
All of them are equal in education, but in other countries, some government and parents prevent girls from going to school.
Okay, so and which countries do you think is this happening? Which country?
Turkish.
Turkey. So in Turkey, some families prevent their daughters from going to schools.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Saudi Arabia?
No.
Are there families? No, there are no families who prevent their daughters from going to school.
No. They accept to school to go school.
Okay, I got you.
Sorry, I can't.
Okay, thank you very much, Anud. Okay, now we have reached to the end of our meeting. I would like to thank you all for being active and for being active in today's lesson. I really enjoyed your presence in this lesson. Thank you all. Okay, and before you leave the class, I want you to evaluate, okay, to register your name in the attendance list or in the attendance sheet, okay, and write or give us your evaluation. Please give us your evaluation about the class. Okay, please open the link and write your name and give us the lessons evaluation. Ladies and gentlemen, please open the link. Open the link now and write your information, okay? Until now, no one has registered in the list. I'm waiting for you. Yes, not for you, Flary. You don't have to register your information. But for the other students, Saudi students, they have to write their names. Okay, I clicked. It is in Arabic. No, there is no need, Ariana. There is no need. Only Arab students will have to write or register their names in the link. Okay, if you registered your name, okay, you can go. You may go. Thank you very much. I'll see you on Wednesday. I'll see you on Wednesday. هل الشهادة معتمدة؟ Yes. For أي يا أخوات وأخوان اللي محتاج شهادة معتمدة يختار نعم في خانة هل ترغب بالحصول على شهادة معتمدة، يكتب نعم ويتسجل اسم الرباعي وسجل مدني وإيميله. لا، الشهادة راح تكون باسم معهد آخر. أوكي، باسم معهد آخر متعاون مع مجموعة هجر. وين تكتبون الاسم؟ في لما تختارين أستاذة هبة، لما تختارين نعم، لما تجاوبين بنعم هل تريد الحصول على شهادة معتمدة، راح يفتح معاك مربع حوار آخر تسجلين فيه اسمك الرباعي وسجلك المدني وإيميلك. اوكي اللي سجل اوكي، لاني بحثت في النت يعني مجموعه الحجر ما في شفت لها مقر. اي نعم، المجموعه على الانترنت، والمجموعه متعاونه مع 3 معاهد زين في منطقه الشرقيه. اوكي راح نصدر الشهاده من احد المراكز او احد المعاهد اللي متعاونه معنا. اوكي راح تكون الشهاده من معهد البصائر للتدريب. مصدر الشهاده ان شاء الله بتكون من معهد البصائر للتدريب. اوكي اخوات، اشوفكم على خير ان شاء الله. اخوان اشوفكم على خير يوم الاربعاء. مع السلامه. نعم استاذه مائده، بكون من معهد البصائر للتدريب.